Smithville is the strongest tornado in recorded history. The 8 people in this area who didn't make it to an underground shelter, not a single one would survive.
Man, hey, this Smithville tornado getting on my freaking nerves, bro.
The tornado abruptly begins showing signs of extreme intensification, badly debarking trees and completely leveling well-built homes down to their foundations, with some being completely swept away. While on the phone with Tim, Lynn begins to notice something strange approaching over the trees and utters a chilling phrase. "That looks like a tornado," before the phone call suddenly ends. A semi-truck driver driving directly behind Lynn watches in horror as Lynn's vehicle is peeled off the roadway by the ferocious winds of the tornado. Soaring hundreds of feet into the air, Lynn and his truck begin to orbit around the violent winds of the twister, trapped inside the tornado's grip in a cruel balance of forces as it begins to close in on the small community of Chapel Grove. Crashing into the community at peak strength, the tornado inflicts incredible damage to several well-constructed brick homes, completely sweeping them off their foundations, causing intense vegetation damage and scouring the ground. As the tornado moves past town, however, it suddenly begins to weaken.
He still got the
delicate
truck
balance of forces that have trapped Lynn Davis and his truck mid-air, and suddenly, Lynn comes crashing back to Earth, sadly killing him on impact. One of these residents, Jay Rogue, films the tornado as it approaches his location.
That junk's coming straight at Jay. Jay.
With the roar of the approaching tornado only getting louder, the family decides to move out of the tornado's way. When they return, there's little remaining of their home.
Woo! Hey,
after sweeping away
good job for getting out of there, though.
Strength, 3/4 of a mile to the northeast, Tim Nix, along with several others, are frantically descending down the opening of a storm shelter when they catch a glimpse of the whirling gray mass racing directly at them. With just seconds to spare, Tim takes a photo of the approaching tornado before closing the door to the shelter behind him.
That's crazy.